Hey again, it's Todd Brown, and I'm back with the third video in our series, the shortcut to your first $100,000 marketing funnel. In this video, I've got another mini fast start course for you. This time, I'm going to show you how to load your funnel with targeted traffic, how to track your traffic and money with a simple tool, and how to scale your traffic so you get more and more customers, sales, and profits from your new funnel. And in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain even further and show you a real live simple funnel, including the traffic source, the ad used, the traffic captivation page, the customer captivation offer, and even the numbers and results. Now before we get rolling, I just need to thank you because there's been over 9,300 views of the first two videos and a couple hundred really awesome comments and feedback. And so I just want you to know how much I appreciate your rave reviews and your encouragement. So thank you. Now, if you haven't seen the first two videos, you should really watch them first. There are links directly above this video that will take you right to them. Now, in our last video, I walked you through the 5 main pieces of the six-figure funnel formula, and I showed you a couple of cheap tools that you can use to set it all up pretty quickly. Now, once you've identified your market's level of sophistication, developed your marketing hook based on the 4 steps I showed you, and have set up your funnel pages using the 5 main pieces of the six-figure funnel formula, it's time to start driving prospects into your funnel so you can start generating sales. Now, before I show you how to pump prospects into your funnel, we just need to quickly talk a little bit about traffic tracking. Now this will only take a few minutes, and like in our previous video, I'm going to cruise through the content so I can give you as much direction and guidance as possible in this video. Now before investing a single penny in any kind of traffic, it's critical that you have some simple tracking set up so we can monitor some essential marketing numbers along with how much money your funnel is generating for you. Now I'll tell you about these numbers in just a minute. Now, tracking can be done with a number of different tools, and I'm going to show you one tool that I use and recommend in just a bit. In a nutshell, what these simple tracking tools do for you is give you specific data about your traffic generation activities that shows you which traffic sources you should use more of and which ones you should stop using, all based on profitability. Specifically, tracking shows you exactly how many clicks, leads, and sales a traffic source is bringing you, and how much you've spent, how much you've generated in total sales, and how much profit you're generating on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Now, tracking is essential because it tells you exactly what's going on with your funnel with hard data. And it's that data that tells you where the profitable traffic is for you and where the losing traffic is, both of which are essential when you're ready to pump more prospects into your funnel for more sales. Now, when it comes to tracking, like I said, there are dozens of different tracking tools that you can use. I've tested almost all of them, and believe it or not, the one I still continue to go back to and recommend is as old school as it gets. It's about 14 years old, a little longer than I've been marketing online, but it's so simple to use and it does everything we need that there's no reason whatsoever to go with something more complex or more expensive. Now the tool is called HyperTracker and it's just $19 a month. Now if you don't want to pay a monthly fee, no biggie. There's another tracking tool that's almost identical that's just a one-time payment of like $80. That one's called AdTrax Gold. Now both are brain dead simple to use and both give you all the tracking information you need to profitably generate more and more prospects going into your funnel. Now some basic tracking using HyperTracker can be set up in under 5 minutes. To get started, just follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Create a campaign for a traffic source that you're going to try. Let's say you're going to run a Facebook ad. So you give the campaign a name and an ID, enter what you want to spend, then enter the web address of your traffic captivation page. Step 2. You grab the tracking code to track the number of leads that your traffic captivation page gets you from the traffic, and then we paste that code onto the page that prospects will come to after they enter their email address. In your case, that's your customer captivation page. Step 3, you grab the tracking code to track the number of sales you get from your customer captivation page, and you paste that code on the page your new customers will come to after they take advantage of your offer. And that's it. Voila! You now have basic tracking in place. Now, without tracking, you have no way of knowing which traffic channels will be profitable and which ones will waste your money. So you have no scientific, no reliable way of making any decisions about your traffic. For example, which campaigns to scale and which to stop. Now, when you are tracking and you're tracking properly, you're able to quickly determine which traffic sources are going to make you money and which ones aren't. And you're able to do it quickly with 3 simple numbers. Now, hang with me here for just a minute. I know that talking about numbers might seem a little complex or even boring, but I'll show you in just a minute how we use these 3 simple numbers to drive more and more prospects into your funnel with paid traffic virtually risk-free. Now, the first and most important number we use tracking to know is ROI, or return on investment. Now, ROI tells you how much money you make back for every penny that you invest in traffic. And ROI is the most important of all marketing numbers for you as you're launching your new funnel. Now, the second number that we use tracking to know is EPC, or earnings per click. Now, EPC tells you how much money you make for every click that you get on an ad or for every visitor that comes to your traffic captivation page. This is sometimes also called average visitor value because it tells you what an average visitor to your site is worth to you. Now, the third and last number that we use tracking to know is CPC, or cost per click. Now, CPC tells you how much it costs you for every click you get on an ad or for every visitor that comes to your traffic captivation page. This is sometimes called cost per visitor because it tells you what it costs you via a certain traffic source to get a visitor. Now, when you're tracking properly and you have these numbers, you have everything you need to know to determine which traffic sources will make you money and which ones will not. Let me give you an example to show you how easy it is when you're tracking and you have these numbers. Let's say your funnel is bringing you an average visitor value, or EPC, of just $1 a visitor. Well, that means that every visitor that comes to your traffic captivation page and enters your funnel is worth on average just $1 to you in sales. Now, let's say you hop over to Facebook to set up an ad. And because of how easy Facebook advertising is, that's where I recommend you begin. So you're over at the Facebook advertising platform. You enter your tracking link, choose your audience, and enter whatever budget you want to start with. And let's say you see that it's going to cost you on average 50 cents a click to run this ad to target your audience. Well, because you know your numbers and you know that the average visitor coming to your funnel is worth $1, well, you know that you can easily afford to spend 50 cents click. Because that means for every 50-cent click in visitor you get, you make $1 and you get 50 cents of profit. But now let's say you hear about some whiz-bang traffic source that's supposed to be all the rage. This time you go over there and when you set it up, you see that it's going to cost you $1.10 a click with this new traffic source. Well, again, because you're tracking and because you know your numbers, your average visitor value, you know that this new traffic source would actually cost you 10 cents for every visitor. In other words, you know that this new traffic source, if used, wouldn't make you any money. It would cost you money. And so, of course, you know not to use it with this particular funnel. Now, besides knowing which traffic sources will be profitable for you and which ones will not, the best part of tracking when you're using the six-figure funnel formula is that you can start driving traffic with a tiny budget of even just $50, even $30, because you're going to use the
ultra mega advanced investment strategy that I call TBR, or
tiny budget recycling. And actually, I just made that up, but I like it, so we're going to go with it. Tiny budget recycling works like this. You start with whatever budget you have. Let's say it's $50. Well, you let that $50 drive traffic and some sales for you. Then you take the money from the sales and you reinvest it back into traffic the next day. So in essence, if you did that every day for 30 days, you could drive $1,500 worth of traffic to your funnel by simply reusing and recycling the same $50 over and over. Now, the key to this, of course, is that you're using the six-figure funnel formula, so you're actually converting the traffic into sales, so you can simply recycle whatever your budget is over and over to make more and more profit. Now, this is exactly what I was referring to in video 1, when I said that your marketing funnel is like a machine that takes the $50 you invest in traffic and multiplies it, turns it into $100 in sales. Now look, I'd love to be able to tell you that every traffic source or traffic channel that you try is going to be profitable for you. It's not. But fortunately, with your tracking, you'll quickly be able to see which traffic sources aren't going to be profitable and which ones are. So you can stop the ones that aren't profitable and invest more and more in the ones that are profitable for you. And actually, that's really all there is to scaling your traffic and profitably pumping more and more visitors into your funnel. You're simply going to reinvest more and more into the traffic sources that have a lower cost per click than the earnings per click your new funnel is giving you according to your tracking. It's pretty straightforward. But enough about numbers. Let me show you a real live example of the first 30 days of a little traffic campaign that drove visitors to a marketing funnel that I was testing that was built on the six-figure funnel formula. And I'll also show you the ad used and the metrics. Now, the little campaign used one single ad with the Facebook advertising platform. Now, you can see the ad right here. I set the ad up in Facebook for website clicks and targeted folks interested in internet marketing. Now, when people clicked on the ad, they came to this ultra simple traffic captivation page. The visitors who entered their email were then brought to this customer captivation page. Those prospects who took advantage of this offer were then brought to this reverse add-on offer. And I'm going to stop there and I'll tell you why in just a second. Now, there's nothing incredible going on here, right? I mean, everything is based on what you've already learned in video 2. But let me share with you the results. Now, you can see from my tracking that this campaign generated 5,671 clicks, with 1,617 people entering their email address to go on to the customer captivation page. I spent $1,305.89 to generate the traffic, and it produced a total of 80 new customers and generated a total of $3,895 in revenue, giving me $2,589.11 in profit. Now, let me be clear about something. I didn't start with a budget of $1,305.89. I started with a daily budget of just about $40, and I used the tiny budget recycling method to reinvest the money over and over. So I was playing with the same $40 over and over as I was generating more and more sales. Now, the really crazy part is that I stopped showing you this funnel at the reverse add-on page because, well, that's all I started with. The example I just showed you didn't even have all of the pieces of the six-figure funnel formula. There was no mid-tier add-on and no thank you page gift offer add-on, and it still generated a profit of $2,589.11 in 30 days. Not to mention, brought me over 1,608 new opt-ins, new prospects that I got to market other products to. And that's all from just one little partially completed funnel. And that's why I said that no matter what your prior experience has been, what level of marketing education you have right now, or even where you're located, you can do this. One of my students, Adam, lives in Germany, speaks German, and followed my method and recently cracked the $100,000 mark in just January. $100,000 in 1 month. And Adam had to translate his different web pages into English for me, just so I could give him feedback. And then there's Haley, another student who recently launched her first funnel for massage therapists and sent this email to let me know that she's seeing $3 come back for every $1 invested in traffic. And the fact is that I could go on and on sharing story after story with you of average regular folks making a killing with simple funnels. But what's more important is that you now see that you can do it too, and that you don't need to be a marketing or copywriting wizard. You don't need connections, affiliates, or JV partners, and you don't need to invest a ton of time or a ton of money. Listen, don't sell yourself short and buy into the lie that you have to get lucky or know people or be some marketing genius to have your own marketing funnel that brings you $8, $9, or $10,000 or more every month. Because it would be a shame if you bought into that lie and it caused you to miss out on an exciting and rewarding adventure having your own successful online business. Well, there you have it, another intense training video. So let's do a quick review. In video 1, we talked about how there's never really any traffic problems, only conversion problems, and how consistent sales and income growth can only come when you have a marketing funnel that allows you to pay for traffic and the acquisition of new customers. In video number 2, we talked about the importance of identifying the level of marketplace sophistication for your particular prospects, how to use a simple 4-step system to create your marketing funnel hook so it gets attention and generates response, and how to set up your first marketing funnel based on the 5 main pieces of the 6-figure funnel formula using a couple of cheap tools. And in this video, I showed you how to set up your traffic tracking, how to use the tracking and metrics so you can profitably pump more prospects into your funnel, and I showed you the steps and how easy it is to set up a little funnel built on not even all of the 5 main pieces of the 6-figure funnel formula, and how it produced over $2,589 of profit in the first 30 days that I tested it. So, what's next? Well, I'm sure you already know that this video series is leading up to the release of a brand new full-blown training program on the entire 6-figure funnel formula. And that's one of the reasons that I created this free video series for you. Because I wanted you to see for yourself that not only do I know exactly what it takes to set up a profitable marketing funnel, more importantly, I can show you exactly how to do it for your own business. Now, here's the thing. The level of interest and excitement over this content in this video series has far exceeded my expectations. And because I know that there are lots of folks out there that are simply looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or some push-button money-making system, I want to make sure that you really understand what the 6-figure funnel formula training program is all about and who it's for. Sure, the program covers every step of the 6-figure funnel formula, from identifying your prospect sophistication level, developing your hook, creating your transaction maximization pages, setting up your add-on offers, all the way through setting up your prospect remarketing sequence, your amplification autoresponder chain, and even parts of the 6-figure funnel formula we didn't get the chance to talk about in this video series, like taking orders, your customer thank you sequence, the thank you gift offer, the high-end webinar, and moving prospects into the next offer for more profits. And yes, it includes detailed videos and handouts, cheat sheets, and even personal coaching with me. But I know the 6-figure funnel formula training program is not for everybody, and it may not be for you. So in the next video, I'm just gonna lay out for you, without any whiz-bang sales pitch, everything that you get. And I'm gonna spend a bunch of time telling you who the 6-figure funnel formula training program is not for. Look, because I'll be personally working side by side with you for 30 days to get your 6-figure funnel set up, I just want the right marketers in the program with the right attitude and the right mindset. So the next video is really just to help you decide if the 6-figure funnel formula training program is right for you. So I'll talk to you in a couple of days in our final video.